free agency day one has come and gone, and a decision on Isaiah Hartenstein and his future has not yet been made. He is still a free agent. The Knicks are reportedly still in the loop, according to Jake Fisher. He did have a meeting with the Oklahoma City Thunder, but it has been reported that the flight that supposedly Sam Presti and the Oklahoma City Thunder on have left Eugene, Oregon, and they are heading to Oklahoma City. We do not know if Hartenstein is on this plane. I would say the bird is not on the plane, because if he was, a deal would have already been announced. What this tells me is that the Thunder or Hartenstein could not come to an agreement. And I also say this. Why does Hartenstein need to meet with the Oklahoma City Thunder? You can exchange offers over the phone. What do you have to learn about that situation? You know the role you're going to play. It tells me that he is not yet sold on leaving the New York Knicks. And if he is not on this plane that left Eugene, Oregon, and is showing up to OKC in a couple of hours, I think it means we got a shot. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying I think the Knicks are still in contention to sign Isaiah Hartenstein. As we know, they can only offer him a 4-year, $72 million deal. They are capped at that point. Will he make more money from the Oklahoma City Thunder? That is the question. Would he leave for more money or a chance to win an NBA title and remain with the New York Knicks, the greatest franchise in American sports? This is the contract that they can offer, starting at $16.2 million in year one, going to $17.4, then $18.8, and $20.1, totaling a $72.4 million offer. There's been some talks on, well, Marsh, can't the Knicks offer him a 1+1? That way they get his full bird rights? No. To use those full bird rights, it has to be a 2-year fully guaranteed deal. I'm sure the Knicks will try to maneuver the rules and find a way to get it done. I've said it. If you got to cheat to get it done, do it. I'm willing to cheat. If you're not cheating, don't try. And I'm willing to exhaust every single option to bring Hartenstein back. And it costs just a couple of second-round picks. Who cares? You just got 6 of them after you traded out of the first round of the 2024 NBA draft. I want you to predict it, though, for me. Will Isaiah Hartenstein re-sign with the New York Knicks? I will say I think it's good news that he did not already announce he's signing somewhere else. I think that's pretty good. He's still available, and he's still thinking. Big brain stuff right there. Y for yes, N for no. And if you want him to re-sign, hit that thumbs up icon right now. Let's just close the show talking about some top free agent targets for the New York Knicks, ones that could be potential Isaiah Hartenstein replacements. Want to make it clear, none of these players are replacing Isaiah Hartenstein. He's better than every single player on this list, but the Knicks are going to have to find someone to try to fill those shoes the best they can for a much cheaper contract. Let's start with James Wiseman, the former number 2 overall pick. Look, he's bounced around, spent some time with the Golden State Warriors and the Detroit Pistons. But Tom Thibodeau is known as the center whisperer. James Wiseman has the size. He's got the length. He has the athleticism. He has skill. If there's any player, if there's any coach that could get the dog out of James Wiseman, it is Tom Thibodeau. I would like the Knicks to take a chance on a cheap young player that has some upside to potentially be that guy. You could start Mitch. Wiseman could be your backup big. He is one of my top options if Hartenstein does leave for the Knicks for OKC. Nick Richards of the Charlotte Hornets, former Kentucky Wildcat, second-round pick, 12th pick, 42nd overall in the 2020 NBA draft, is another player I think the Knicks are going to be interested in. He is your prototypical big. Last year, he averaged 9.7 points on 8 rebounds per game and 26 minutes per night. I think it makes a lot of sense. He could protect the rim at a decent level, averaged 1.1 blocks over the last 2 years. He's got legit size at 7 foot, 245 pounds. A bench big is something the Knicks will look to pursue if Hartenstein leaves. I think Richards makes a lot of sense. Mo Wagner is another player that I am somewhat interested in. He may be a little bit out of the New York Knicks price range, but he's a skilled offensive player. He'd be able to keep you a little bit spaced on the offensive end. Doesn't shoot a lot of threes. Shot 1.4 this last year at 33%, 2.9 the year before at 31%, and 3.2 the year at 32%. He could play make a little bit, but he is decent with the ball in his hands to where he can slash from the perimeter. Not that great of a defender, to be quite honest with you. Has solid size at 6'11", 245. More skilled route if you're looking for a Wagner type of player. He's definitely inconsistent. But look, you're going bargain shopping. You're trying to find somebody, a needle in the haystack that you're going to be able to develop and get better under the tutelage of Tom Thibodeau. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We put out free, informative, entertaining updates every single day. So subscribe and turn your notifications on. That way you can stay up to date on everything New York Knicks. Another player I am a little bit interested in is Mo Wagner. We just talked about him. Mo Bamba can shoot the three a little bit. He's become someone that's at least a respected player from out there. And I think adding someone to this roster that can protect the rim like Bamba does and has shown the ability to do so, average 1.1 blocks per game, while also shooting 39% from three this past year on 1.1 attempts. For his career, he shoots 36% from three on 2.3 attempts, so decent usage there. He could do that. It's a cheap veteran, a minimum option. Look, none of these guys are sexy. None of these guys are awesome options. You're just trying to piece together a player that can maybe give you some serviceable minutes. One of my favorite options is Jalen Smith of the Indiana Pacers, former lottery pick from a couple of years ago. Like Bamba, he can give you some versatility at that center spot on the offensive end. Jalen Smith this past year shot 42% from three on 2.4 attempts. For his career, he shoots 33% from downtown on 2.3 attempts. He could protect the rim at a decent level as well, 1.7 blocks per game throughout his career. He declined a $5 million player option, so maybe he's going to be a little bit too expensive for the Knicks. I think a taxpayer mid-level exception might be able to get it done. But at the end of the day, whether it's Wiseman, Richards, Wagner, Bamba, Smith, Gogo Batatse, you're not getting an Isaiah Hartenstein. You got to find someone that you think could develop and grow with this unit and can grow under Tom Thibodeau. I'm not so sure that guy's available, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably go James Wiseman or Jalen Smith. Those are the two guys I'm looking at. What do you think? Who should the Knicks sign at center if Hartenstein leaves? Let's just hope Hartenstein resigns. Hit the like button to make sure that he does. And give me a follow over on social media. I'm on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. I'm also on Instagram at @MarshallGreen_. Hit me up over there for everything Knicks all day, every day. Subscribe, notice, like, do the thing for the YouTubers ask. Let's go Knicks.